Hey, hello, hello. How's it going?
Pretty good. How are you?
Good. Pleasure to meet you as well.
Hey, Tim, how are you?
Doing good. I'm doing good. Good to talk to you.
Trying to psych myself up for the interview.
Well, you're going to do awesome. I know it.
My name is Emily Herr. I'm from Richmond, Virginia, and I paint murals.
My name is Rob J. I'm an R&B singer, songwriter, and entrepreneur. I'm from Norfolk, Virginia.
Hi, my name is Hamilton Glass. I'm based in Richmond, Virginia, and I'm a public artist.
My name's Elizabeth Gray, and I live in Central Virginia, and I'm a lettering artist and illustrator.
How did you get started with painting murals? Like, how and where did that all begin?
I've always been an art kid, taking the art elective or whatever. My first outdoor mural was Plaza Art in Richmond. Had a small contest of if you send us a mural design and we pick it, then we'll give you $200 or $500 or something and cover the materials. And I was like, this is the biggest deal ever. This is amazing.
All of my family members and cousins all do something with the arts, whether it's playing the drums or piano. I kind of got my roots from there.
I'm actually a pastry chef by trade, and I went to culinary school, did the whole thing. It was a lot of fun, but there were some life changes, and I didn't want to work every single weekend for the rest of my life. So I kind of needed to pivot, and I decided, while I was working a 9-to-5, just to kind of figure out what I wanted to do with my life at the age of 22, I got into hand lettering as a hobby. I
used to be an architect. I graduated from Hampton University as an architect, but I always knew I didn't want to be an architect because I thought that I fell for the starving artist stereotype. And
what did you mean by that? You fell for the starving artist thing?
Well, I think there's a stereotype that artists don't make much money, and that's very much a false narrative.
What was your first social media platform that you got on?
DeviantArt.
DeviantArt, okay.
Yeah, that was the platform for sharing art. And Facebook was never really how I shared art stuff. I think I went from DeviantArt to Tumblr to Instagram, kind of.
I started everything on Facebook. And I remember asking my mom, I was like, can I get a Facebook? Can I get a Facebook? She's like, But she's like, you know what? You can. So once I started getting Facebook, it was that's where I really started knowing how to make connections with people.
I'm very much an introvert. So I wouldn't be on Facebook or Instagram or any social media if there was no art for me. So my main objective was just to show what I was doing.
I think it was 2015, 2016. I just liked to post on Instagram because it was fun and I was posting random things. And I was at my parents' house one day and I just grabbed a piece of printer paper and I was like, I want to hand letter this quote. And I didn't know it was called hand lettering at the time. I didn't know I knew that I liked words on a paper or a quote arranged somehow. I didn't know what it was called. I was like, I'm just going to draw these Ed Sheeran song lyrics. So I did. And I took a picture and shared it and people seemed to really like it. And I was like, oh, that's cool. Maybe this could be a thing.
For me, I think the best form of it is that it serves as kind of this record. It is an album of my work over time.
At first it starts off where, you're just connecting with your friends. But as you become a business person, you know that it's more than just your friends that's going to support your business. So you just kind of start thinking of ways to reach, larger areas.
I just started noticing how people started to gravitate to her. And the more that I showed that, the more people would email me and ask me to come look at their space and, to see if I could help them in any way. And so I started realizing, hey, this is kind of marketing.
Most of my clients find me through social media or from people sharing my work to their accounts or to their stories or whatever. I got to work with TikTok themselves, and they hired me to create a bunch of content and promote their app on Instagram, I think 2 years ago when it was more up and coming. That was a lot of fun and definitely a lot of money, which was nice. I got to work with Dyson, which was very cool. I got to work with USA Network and create a promo video for a new TV show. I got to make some content for Alicia Keys' skincare brand on their TikTok account.
A lot of modeling opportunities that came from there. I've got to model some popular brands. Forever 21 Men, clothing line by Chris Brown called Black Pyramid. That's another brand called All Star Sports. I actually have a feature out with DaBaby right now, and I was actually able to land that through social media. My manager was just up scrolling, you know what I'm saying? He asked me, he was like, hey, we're going to make it work. We're going to get you guys working together. I can almost say 100%. Like if social media wasn't around, that may not have even been an option for me, you know?
I think having like this presence and having like this, you know, directory of all my work is part of why some people will talk to me in real life, you know, like maybe somebody else is painting a mural out on the street and I'm like, oh, who is that? Like, what are they doing? I want to go talk to them. Like literally showing somebody like my Instagram account and being like, here's what my work looks like. I promise I'm like a real, like I'm a real one. I promise like I'm doing this like you are, like you can see the proof. Like that will change the conversation pretty actively.